welcome back everybody to Rockingham Speedway for the final race of the regular season in the ILAC Cup Series Season 2. I got a little thing typed out here that pretty much shows me who's in a must-win and who's, what I would like to say, in a must-lose. I'd say pretty much Nolan Drake, Will Cloud, they're pretty much in, so if they don't want to make the playoffs, they're in a must-lose. Mason Gerdes, Silvio Andresi, Jason So, DJ Thomas, Nathan Albert, and I'd say Andrew Jackson along with Tyler Aspinall, all pretty much I would say in a must-win. And even then, it would be a long shot making the playoffs. Riley Stroll Tracy, he's within 15 points of the cutoff, so he just needs a really good day today and hope somebody like Josh Flintz or Alex Crowther or Donovan Heiss has a really bad day. Same with Atlee Weiss. He's 12 points below the cutoff. He's actually 17th, so he's the highest of the drivers not in the playoffs currently. So he's going to need a really good run today, and he's going to need a lot of people to have a really bad run today too. Let's get through the rest of qualifying here. We see they already pretty much got through most of it there. It's going to be Skylar Thiemann on the pole, Gavin Ellis in second, Cooper Skull third, Leland Anderson fourth, Riker Lamo's going to round off the top five. Tyler Aspinall 6th, Ethan Hornacek 7th, Mason Gerdes 8th, Will Cloud 9th, and Andrew Jackson is going to round off the top 10. Here is the rest of your starting lineup. Drivers that are locked into the playoffs coming into this race is Cooper Skull, Kellen Oakley, Skylar Thiemann, Leland Anderson, Riker Lommel, Marco Last Name, Emerson Arden, and Zane Phoenix, all locked into the playoffs. So those guys pretty much have a free race here today, but that don't mean they still can't go for the win. We know Skylar's going to be trying. We know Gavin is going to be trying here. He's not officially locked into the playoffs, but he's one of those drivers that can pretty much be in a must-lose. Not to jinx him. Let's get into it. Finally back to an oval through 3 and 4. The pace car is going to make that hard left turn eventually. Yep, the pace car is going to make the hard left turn onto pit road. Skylar Thiemann now in control of the field. Through the restart zone. Green is in the air here at Rockingham. We are racing down into turn number 1 for 99 laps. Off of turn 2 for the first time tonight. Thiemann's leading. Looks like Ellison and Skull racing it out for second there. Skull's going to use that inside line. He's going to clear Ellison for second. Ellison falling back a little bit. Anderson up to third. And a little twitch there from the 77. I could have sworn I saw somebody got turned there. Kellen Oakley trying to get past DJ Thomas for the 9th position. Emerson Arden up into the top 10. Last race's winner at the Charlotte Roval. Absolutely dominated that race. Very good performance there from Emerson. And, well, we need to keep in mind, as of right now, he is a free agent for next season. He's not signed for next season anywhere. So it'll be interesting to see who all wants to go at him if he does not retain his ride at Silver Thunder Racing. However, that would be up to Mr. Ty McIntosh, who is currently running in 11th place behind Emerson. And actually, it looks like he's about to be 12th here if Zane Phoenix can get by him. And coming off of 4, Zane still side by side with him. Wants that 11th spot, maybe to go chase down that top 10. Mason Gerdes won here last season to get into the playoffs, and that's Atlee Weiss in the wall back there. That's not what he needs. He needs to have a good run. Mason Gerdes won here last season to win himself into the playoffs. That's, of course, when winning your own was still a thing, and only 10 drivers made the playoffs. Mason Gerdes won himself into the playoffs got the whole way to the Final Four and won the championship after none other than Skylar Thiemann, who is currently leading this race right now, had a bad pit stop. Skylar and Leland, who were teammates at the time, pretty much dominated that whole race. Then Skylar had a bad pit stop there at the final pit stops and allowed Mason Gerdes to get out in front of him. And the rest is history. Mason went on to win the championship. Zane Phoenix went on to get his first ever win there. He got his second win of the season. He got his second win of his career, first win of this season at, I'm trying to remember it now. Let's see here. Zane got her done at Iowa, splitting Cooper Skull's first 2 wins. Speaking of Cooper, where's he at? Oh, he's in second. My brain completely ignored the fact that the blue 99 car was in second. And now Leland Anderson closing in on that 99 car. He wants that second position from Cooper. Leland not able to get that second position away from the 99. Now he's getting pressured from the 16 of Riker Lommel. Leland, also a free agent for next season. Chances are he will return to that 55 car, but who knows? I think he's already had an offer from somebody. I don't remember who. It went unresponded, but he does have an offer from somebody that is not Silver Thunder Racing. Or not Trickster's Pet Rat Racing. I have my mind on Silver Thunder from earlier. I'm trying to see. Mopar Mopar Racing. So Atlee Weiss's team has an offer on the table for Leland Anderson, and now Cooper Scala over the back bumper, the 38. Now Cooper trying to get to the inside, coming off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Leland Anderson looks like he's going to try to come and spoil the party here. Going to 3, he's actually going to try to take second away from Skylar Thiemann now. Former teammate, as I said, and here comes Riker Lommel. He wants third. Cooper Scala up into the lead, chasing his 5th career win, 5th win of the season. And Riker's still fighting that 38 car, trying to get third away. Ethan Hornacek, here he comes. He wants that 4th spot. Ethan having a good run tonight. Not able to make the playoffs, so Will Cloud in a must-lose. Gavin Ellison somewhat in a must-lose. And now Leland Anderson trying to fight that 99 car for the lead. Not able to get to the bottom going into turn number 3. He was looking there. He's saying about a car's width lower going through 3 and 4 there. So we'll see if he can build anything from that. Definitely close the gap going into turn number 1. He's running a teeny tiny bit higher there through 1 and 2. Looks like he's trying to get the most momentum possible. Now Leland all over the back bumper, the 99 once again. Now he's going to take a peek to the inside, coming off of turn number 4. He caught Cooper there in a moment. Cooper trying to build a run off of 4, but it's going to be Leland Anderson leading that lap. Going into turn number 1. Cooper trying a teeny tiny bit of the side draft there. Now he's trying to build a run from the high side through 1 and 2. Yeah, Leland's now just clear. Riker Lommel. Now he's going to try to get second from the 99. New leader, Leland Anderson. Skull back to third now. So let's see here. Atlee Weiss needs to be gaining 12 points. Well, actually, this is interesting because 14th, 15th, and 16th are all tied in points. So they are all 12 points above the cutoff. Atlee Weiss needs to be gaining 12 points on either Donovan Heist, Alex Crowther, or Josh Flintz. And looks like Atlee's back at 34, so he's not gaining 12 points on any of them. Riley Stoll Tracy needs to be getting 15 points on those guys. Riley currently back. Oh boy. Where's that 26 car at? Riley back there in 12th. Now I'm trying to see where the 88, 67, or the 6 is. The 88 back in 17th, so he's only being pulled 6 points on, so that's better than 15. Alex Crowther back in 29th, and that's probably enough right there, knocking Alex Crowther out and putting Riley Stoll Tracy in. Josh Flint's just barely enough for him. So I think as it stands right now, it looks like Crowther out, Sorrel Tracy in. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on those two. And Josh Flint's obviously, he's going to want to try to make up some ground here to make sure his spot's safe as well. Because Aspinall 17 points back. I think Aspinall is also pulling, what? Where's the 67 at? 29th? 29's in 9th. That's 20 spots. So that's 20 points. So it looks like Aspinall's in right now as well. And actually, I think the main fight might be between the 29 and the 26 fighting for that spot. And that means 29 would have to pull, would have to gain 3 points on the 26 to be in. And while can't be gaining any points on the 26 if you're right behind them. Gavin Ellison passing Will Cloud for the 5th spot. Zane Phoenix trying to get by it for the 6th spot. And now Zane Phoenix wants to get by the 77 for the 5th spot. Tires falling off about 3 seconds. Some pretty big fall off, but tire wear is really huge at this track. And Zane Phoenix up into the 5th position now. Dylan Anderson building a gap between himself and the 16. I think pit stops are going to be coming up here because I saw Ty McIntosh on pit road. That or he had damage. Might be an early pit stop though, because if the tire's falling off like 3 seconds, you're going to want to come down and get those changed because that's a lot of time to be pulling, especially if you're pitting early. Ty McIntosh, not a bad idea right now. Crowther up to 25th now, so that might be able to protect his spot. Yeah, Soul Tracy up to 8th, so that's about a 17-ish. No, actually, I guess 18. I don't know, where's 6, 7, 25, 23 now. 27th. So about a 16-point gain. So Riley would only be in by 1 point. And actually, I think pit stops might have an effect on that. We actually have a wreck, and that's Alex Crowther right there with Emerson Arden and his teammate Silvio Andresi in turn number 3. Let's see if the leaders get by all right. And they both despawned, and actually Alex Crowther was high centered there. So there you go. There's a free playoff spot right there for the taking, and that might be Riley Searle Tracy's. And the yellow is out right before I think pit stops were about to. In fact, pit stops were already taking place. So people that need some good runs today to make sure they're in. Leo Arpino, he's pretty much in a must-lose, but he still needs to have a good run today. Let's look at this replay. Let's see here, coming off at 2, going into 3, and I would also just like to mention, before we see this, and I'm assuming Ty got into the 67, it just so happens that the 31, which is Ty's teammate, needs some points to get into the playoffs. Now, I'm not saying anything in particular happened here. I'm just pointing out what the situation is. Let's continue. Yeah, I think it was pretty clear what happened there. And then the 67, who just so happens to get hit by the 01 and the 31's teammate, the 13, who just locked himself into the playoffs, hits the 67 right there, with the 31 right behind him. Not a very strong execution, guys. If you're trying to help your teammate get into the playoffs, maybe try causing a wreck away from him. Because look, even the 31 gets a teeny tiny piece there of his own teammate. So not very well executed, if I do say so myself. I don't know who the strategist is over there at Silver Thunder Racing, but not a very smart move. And I'm not even a professional at this either. I'm just pointing out the obvious. So now, this is going to be a mess, since this happened right in the middle of pit stops. Very well execution there, because of course the 01 is going to be up front here. So we'll have to see what happens here. Leland Anderson is the leader, but Leland Anderson's the whole way back here. He's like in the mid pack, so this is not gonna be fun. Yeah, now to be honest, I have no idea who's in or who's out. I mean, I think Alex Crowther's out of the race. Yeah, looks like Arden, Crowther, Oakley all out of the race, so that is going to put an end to Alex Crowther's playoff hopes. Atlee Weiss. Atlee's currently in 35th, so the last car, I guess you could say technically on the lead lap, but pretty much a lap down at this point, so pretty much last car on the track. Yeah, I think his playoff hopes are just about over as well. So I think it's really still alive for Riley Searle Tracy and maybe even the 29, who's running here. And, oh, actually, never mind. That's not for position. So let's run it back the way of the leader. And we got a whole bunch of cars on the wall riding here. What is going on? And that's actually going to wreck the 77, the 88, who needs to still be in the race. The 88, Donovan Heiss. That might have just ended his playoff run here. No caution. What did I just watch? Urban is 55. Is he still even the leader? Anderson's still the leader. Riker Lommel second. Cooper Skull third. Now Cooper Skull making a move for second. I didn't even realize Riker Lommel passed the 55 here, but Lommel up into the lead now. Too busy looking for what the 78 was being scored as. Because as of right now, I have no idea who's in the playoffs. Donovan Heiss got kind of screwed there. Although he's still in 15, so he might still be in. I have no clue. But now, thanks to green flag stops and the caution happening right in the middle of it, we have a whole bunch of lap cars in front of the leaders. Riker Lommel wanting to get by Ty McIntosh there, his teammate, team owner. Cooper Skull is going to get the lead. Actually, Riker being held up by Ty. I don't know what these guys' team orders are today. And Nolan Drake actually up into second now. Nolan pretty much in a must-lose situation. Here he is looking for the lead on Cooper Skull. Coming up on halfway. Now Leland Anderson 1 second from that 23 car. Not gonna be able to get there. Pretty good run for 1 and 2 there from the 23. Anderson's going to tuck back in. Riley Searle Tracy up to 4th. This is exactly what Donovan Heiss doesn't want to see. But remember, that's one playoff driver out, so Crowther's pretty much out. So Searle Tracy's in, as long as he finishes this race, pretty much. Donovan Heiss running 15th. Next driver down there would be Aspinall, who's running 20th. Not pulling any points out of the 88. So, as of right now, I think we are looking at Crowther out, Searle Tracy in. Same thing we were looking at. And with Josh Flint's up in 10th right now, he's pretty much securing his spot. So yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at. And the 11, who's 23 points above, pretty much a must-lose, in 26th. I don't think anybody's pulling him out right now, so I think he's safe. But Nolan Drake up into the lead now. Trying to get by Atlee. Atlee fighting for his life to stay on that lead lap. now. Nolan Drake lapping that 78. That is pretty much going to put the final nail in the coffin for the 78 and his playoff hopes. Just one on-track pass can do that. Now Leland Anderson's taking another look to the inside for second. Not going to get there. Although Cooper does need to get by the 78 car. Here he goes to the bottom, coming off of 4. Drake getting by Lewis Tross now. Nolan Drake seeking his first win of the season, second win of his career. His first one came at Michigan last season. And I'm trying to look here. I think it was maybe not. I thought there was a race that Nolan Drake absolutely dominated, then pretty much got screwed out of this season. I swear I remember a race, but I don't know. I'm looking at the results right now. I'm not seeing any races where he led any laps. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm just going crazy. And Nolan Drake putting Avery Farrell a lap down. Cooper Skull trying to get by Jacob Shingle and Avery Farrell. He's going to make it 3 wide. Get a 2-for-1 deal here coming off 4. Yeah, Hakan Riggertson now a lap down. Plus 23 over the cut coming into this race. He's currently 25th right now. The 29 is in 19th, so he's not getting enough points on that. Atlee Weiss is behind the 78, so he's not gaining any points on that. And Sorrel Tracy's already in because of Crowther being out. So it's still Sorrel Tracy in, Crowther out. Riker Lommel getting past Jacob Shangle. Drake putting Ethan Hornacek a lap down. And I think Donovan Heiss, yeah, but still in 15th, so his playoff spot is still pretty much safe. Cloud getting ready to go lap down, but it looks like Nolan Drake's coming in this time, along with Cooper Skull. Riker Lommel coming in. Soul Tracy's going to stay out, keep that lead. He wants as much points as humanly possible here. So if caution can come out right here, that's good for him. And actually, Mason Gerdes, look at that, to the lead, actually. I thought Soul Tracy was in the lead, and I thought Gerdes was laps down, but Gerdes to the lead, just like last season. However, he can't win himself into the playoffs, but he's 34 points in. He's pretty much in a must-win. He's going to need everybody to pretty much finish dead last. But Gerdes to the lead after winning here last season, where his only career win came. And he's a champion. It looks like these guys are playing the long game here. You can see Ty McIntosh already pit. He's already gapping these guys. Going to get to the bottom of the 3 here. So at this point, the 3 and the 26 along with the 24, all waiting on a caution. See some cars, they're just merging on to the track. I thought they were slow cars. I'm like, wait a minute. Looks like Riley Stroll Tracy's going to drop out. He's going to come down pit road. Jim Phillips staying out. Mason Gerda is still the leader. And now Mason Gerda is going to come down. Jim Phillips is going to come down. Skylar Thiemann staying out. I think he is unlapping himself. So I think next time around he will be back in the lead. Oh no, my bad. It'll be Nolan Drake. Skylar Thiemann is a lap car, I guess. I think Nolan Drake is the leader on the road now. We'll wait a couple laps to really judge what the playoff picture is, to let pit stops completely cycle through. Because right now the leaderboard's looking a little funky. Alright, so let's take a look. So Riley Stroll Tracy currently running 7th. That should put him in, saying that Alex Crowther is out of the race. Donovan Heist currently running 28th. Tyler Aspinall running 35th. 6 laps down, actually, so I think Aspinall's off the track. Let me confirm that. I'm scared to hit any button or the game's gonna crash. Yeah, Aspinall off the track. So Aspinall's hopes are over at Lewis. Trying to find the leaders again. And that's Aspinall wrecking right there. He's going to take Josh Flint's and Cooper Skull with him. Looking at the right place at the right time. Zane Phoenix involved too. Another big hits for the 6. The 44 involved. Here comes Jack Davis piling in along with Andrew Jackson and Zane Phoenix up on his side. What just happened? Did Aspinall just say Dynaco's all mine? Nolan Drake winning the race back. What just happened? Let's see here. Coming off a 2. 29's coming off a pit road. Oh, that has got to be by far one of the dumbest moves I think I've ever seen. He just Kevin LePages him. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. His own teammate, too. Then the 6 gets involved. 99 gets piled in. He was having a great race. Keyword was. Then the 21 just piles in as well. He ends up on his side. Let's keep an eye on him. And then, yeah, 16, 44. I mean, 6 had a hard hit there. 28 hit the 21 for good measure, and boom, big hit for the 45. The 34 pries him up on his side. The 11 gets involved. Everybody's involved. This is really going to shake off the playoff picture now that we see Donovan Heist has some big damage. What just happened? Alright, so let's take a look at this. So Riley Stroll Tracy is out of the race. So that is going to put an end to his playoff hopes, it looks like. We'll have to keep an eye on where he ends up down there on the leaderboard. DJ Thomas, his playoff hopes are over. Josh Flint's, his might just be over. I don't even know who's in or who's out now. Like, this is so confusing. We need to wait for Gavin Ellison to complete one more lap here so we can see who's where. And Nolan Drake off to a fantastic start. Riker Lommel slow in second. Here comes Daniel Silla looking for second. He is not in. He cannot get in the playoffs. He has a win this season, but he can't even mathematically get himself into the top 16 after this race. Jason So, he's minus 29 under the cutoff. He might be the one that wins it, but now he's fallen back. Jim Phillips can't get in. Mason Gerdes, he can get in. What a story would that be if Mason Gerdes rallies the last 2 races of the regular season, wins at Rockingham just like last season, and gets himself into the playoffs. I think a win would make everything right for Mason Gerdes right now, and just about everybody he needed to have a bad race is pretty much out of the race now. Although the 88's still in the race, so he is still in the playoffs. The 6 is out of the race, so I think he is out. That depends if the 78 is gaining 12 points on him. The 78 is currently 17. The 6 is scored in 33rd, so that is more than 12 points. So it looks like Atlee Weiss is in because Josh Flint's is out. Alex Crowther's out, and I don't think anybody is gaining enough points on him. Tyler Aspinall is out, I'm pretty sure. 29. Yeah, out. Not gaining enough points on the 67. Riley Stroll Tracy is out in 29th. He would have to gain 16 points on the 67, and that is not enough. So Tracy is out. Aspinall's out. Andrew Jackson in 11th. He's got to gain 20 points on Crowther that's in 37th. So Jackson's pretty much, it looks like he's got to finish better than 17th if he wants to be in. And as of right now, he is above 17th place. So I think Andrew Jackson might be the guy to get in here, which is going to knock the 67 and the 6 out of the playoffs. So let's just even see what's going on here. Jim Phillips is in the lead. Mason Gerda is second. Mason, I think, might be, just because so many people's out, I think Gerda's might be out as well. Let's see here. Nolan Drake third. We got to find Andrew Jackson. Andrew running in the 13th position right now. He's got to keep that spot if he wants to make it. Atlee Weiss, after not having a very strong race, he is back in the, well, not back, he's in the playoffs now. I think, of course, all this is to be determined because this is just me doing this in my head. But you will really see who is in or not in the playoffs next week at Nashville Fairgrounds, Friday, 6 Eastern for the first race of the playoffs. The second race of the playoffs. Excuse me. The second race of the playoffs will come at Homestead, Miami, Saturday at 6 Eastern. You'll see for sure who's in, but this is just my guess because I'm doing this all in my head. Looks like Jackson back to 14th now. He needs to stay above 17th place to be safe here. And Jim Phillips and Mason Gerda is pretty much running away with it. Coming down to 4 laps to go here at Rockingham. Anderson up to 30, 7.2 seconds behind though, so he's got a long way to go if he wants to catch up. Now Ty McIntosh getting his lap back from Mason Gerdes, and now he's going to try to get it back from Jim Phillips. Coming to 2 laps to go this time. Two to go at Rockingham for Jim Phillips. Jim already got a win this season, although he cannot mathematically make the playoffs either. He is coming into this race 27th in points, just a little too far back. But he'll go to get his second win of the season if he can hold off Mason Gerdes. Mason, the defending champ, hungry to redeem himself. Final lap going through 1 and 2. Gerdes wants it. Going down the backstretch. What's he going to do going into turn number 3? A whole lot of nothing through 3 and 4. Jim Phillips coming off of turn number 4 is going to get his second win of the season. Second career win here at Rockingham. Jim Phillips going to bring home the dub. Mason Garrett is second. Leland Anderson third. Marco Lassinanne fourth. Nolan Drake's going to round off the top five, followed by Skylar Thiemann, Daniel Silla, Jason So, Riker Lommel, and Ty McIntosh is going to round off the top 10. Here is the rest of your results. And if my calculations are right, Andrew Jackson finished 13th. Should be Andrew Jackson and Atlee Weiss getting themselves into the playoffs, which is going to knock Alex Crowther and Josh Flintz below the cutoff. Of course, that is just my guess after doing all the math in my head. So we'll just have to see when we get to Nashville next week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in next Friday at 6 Eastern for Nashville Fairgrounds, first race of the playoffs. Should be a good one. Thank you for watching, and we will see you at Nashville.